Hello everyone and welcome back to Kentucky Garden Gal. I am Nancy and in this video we are going to be talking about winter gardening in Zone 7. Through the summer I had made monthly videos, but I think at this point I'm just going to do a season by season because I know that not everybody that's watching this channel actually gardens year-round. For many years I only was a summer gardener, and just in recent years have I learned to be a four-season gardener and have a four-season garden. But before we get started, I wanted to tell you, I checked before I started this video and it has been 34 days since I posted a video. And I know some of you all have contacted me to make sure everything is okay, everything has been fine. Part of the reason has been our street was closed off for 3 entire weeks because of a sewer improvement project. There was tons of heavy equipment. It was 10 hours a day. They were trying to get this done. They ran into problems. They were coming back and jackhammering up the road where they had repaired some things. And we'll walk up there just in a second so I can show you what I'm actually talking about. We are standing at the front corner of my lawn, and what they did, they replaced our sewage, like all the sewer lines. We have a new meter box, and you can see from the road here, they were just hammering up pretty much our entire street. Over there in my neighbor's yard, you can see where they had to dig theirs up. You can still see some of the cones over there, but we're so thankful. This was a much needed project, and we're just thankful to the city of Franklin for doing this. Now, you know how I love to make lemonade out of lemons. So I have been wanting to do something with this little corner right here, and I am going to plant some tulips. The ground is already dug up. I've had these tulips in my refrigerator for quite a while, so today or tomorrow I'm going to try to get out and get my tulips planted and just make a little flower bed right here in this area. But like I was telling you, let's talk about some of the things that we can do for winter gardening. Now, I'm in Zone 7, so, you know, this maybe 6 and 8, you would do some of the same things, but the very first thing that we always think about is protecting the plants that we put out in the winter. Now, I have one last plant. This asparagus right here. I am going to dig this out and pot it up and save it for next year, but we'll walk around to the back and I'll show you some of the plants. All of my tropicals I have already taken in. Those are in the house. When it drops below 60 at night, I take those in. So the night blooming cereus is in, all of the holiday cactuses are in, and in fact they are blooming like crazy. But to tell you how odd this season has been, this is an iris. Today is November the 24th. Our normal first frost date is October the 15th. So we have got more than an extra month to winterize our plants. But this is an iris. It's getting ready to bloom. This is the dahlia that I still need today. I'm going to come out, cut this back, and dig up these tubers and store those. But let me show you what I've done over here. So I erected, and don't look at my trash, I missed a trash day. I erected this little greenhouse, and I have put my planters in there and some plants that I want to keep. And then in the other greenhouse, I have also taken in my plants. So So I'll show you what this looks like. Not the neatest, but I brought in my geraniums and different things like that, and by putting some heat out here, these should overwinter just fine. And as you can see over there, I still have some zinnias that are blooming. It's just been, like I said, the oddest season. And in here, I've cleaned this back. These are foxgloves that have seeded themselves, different things like that. So the very first thing that we want to do is protect the plants that we know the cold weather will kill. These are tender plants, house plants. Definitely want to get those in. So another thing that we want to do, and we'll look at the chickens while we're talking. Another thing that we want to do is reflect. Reflect on your previous growing season about what went well and what didn't go well. If there's changes that you want to make, this is the perfect time to implement those changes. If something went well, then of course you want to continue that. You may want to order the same seeds or buy the same flowers or the same combinations, but I would encourage you to write this down, because if you are like me, you don't remember. And that's the wonderful thing about taking photos and videos, is that I can actually go back and watch my videos to see what's going on. Now you'll see yesterday I got about halfway with winterizing the chicken coop. So I've got to go get more plastic and finish that section down there. And in this front section, I went ahead and put their heat in there, so they have that. They're eating on pumpkins. So taking care of your animals is another thing. So we've talked about protection of plants, reflections on what went well and what maybe didn't go so well. So another thing that we want to talk about is winter gardening. In this zone, we can grow things like arugula, beets, Swiss chard, mustard, cauliflower, radishes, spinach, broccoli, carrots, cabbage, peas, turnips, and lettuces. And I know that sounds like a lot, but hopefully if you're interested in growing those things, you already have your seeds in the ground, and they are doing well for you. Sometimes you can put like a cold cover for your crops over your vegetable beds, whether it's raised bed in the ground. You can buy soil probes that go down and actually heat your soil, because remember, anytime the soil temperature is 55 degrees, your plants are growing. So depending on how dedicated you are, unfortunately, I just don't have the time this year to be able to do that. I have my wedding is coming up in less than 2 weeks. Panic is starting to set in, I must tell you, trying to get everything done. I'm sure it will be fine, but I'm just not going to be able to grow anything. And I wanted to show you, I finally got this canopy over this building, and so my potting bench will be under here this year. Derek just got that up a few days ago. So back here, the only thing that I still have is some Swiss chard, and that is doing really good. And you can see I've cleaned out everything else. Now, I do need to bring in some compost and soil. What I like to do, my chicken coop that I have out there, I use the deep litter method for the chickens. So that means that I put straw down, and then I take that out and I put it in my raised bed containers, let it sit over the winter, and by spring it's ready to go. And I just saw another project that I've got to get done today. I have this persimmon tree over here that I've had in water that I've got to get in the ground today. The last part of this video that I want to touch on is winter garden maintenance. And we're standing here, and as you can see, I did not take this blue pot in last year, and what happens is it either gets rain or snow, it freezes, and then it breaks your pots. Now, you can take a string and put it around the lip of this and get some more use out of this, and that's likely what I will do. You just take a string, put it right under the lip of here, draw this in, and I can get some more use of it. But you do want to dump your pots and cut back your plants, and I've done that over here some. Like, I cut all of those back right there in that corner. I have been out doing what I can. These I am just going to leave out, and I'll cut these pots back, and I'll actually put winter greens in there to kind of decorate this little area right here. So another thing, like I said, was adding your compost. You want to check your garden tools. Now is a great time to check your garden tools, to clean them, to store them for the winter, which you want to clean and get all the debris off, and then oil them, and they will be ready for next year. This is also a great time to look in the big box stores, which I've been doing this for a couple of months, buying your things on clearance. And if you are a gardener, it's inevitable that you are going to need things like sprays for pests, funguses, just different things like that. So you want to make sure that you have those available in case you want to mix those up. So it's a really good practice to go out and check your garden. Like, I haven't done it as much as I should, but go out and check your plants and see what's going on with them, and make sure that everything is doing well. And pretty soon, I know that we're all looking forward to Thanksgiving and to Christmas, but pretty soon it'll be time to start our seeds. It seems like right after Christmas, the seed catalogs are coming in, and we are really wanting to start thinking about 2025. So we get our seeds out, we start. So kind of make sure that you have those where you can get to them. You have the seeds that you want to plant. Another thing that you need to think about, we like to direct winter sow here in Kentucky in Zone 7. I do anyways. And what that means is, like in January, if there's ice and snow on the ground, that's the great time to plant your poppies. Just go out there and throw your seeds down, and those poppies will do just fine. Now, if you have bare spots, like, kind of take note of the bare spots in your garden or your lawn. And if you know you're going to have a heavy snow, get out there before the snow hits and sow your grass seed. And if you're like me, you have it ready to go. You know where it is. You bought it on clearance. So hopefully for our garden 2025, we'll have a better quality lawn. And you can see this area right here really needs some work. So I'm going to come out here the first snow, and I am going to seed this really heavily. Look at all of those bare spots right there. Those really need some work. Over there it isn't so bad, but this side has terrible grass. So I'm going to work on my grass in the winter for next year's garden. I want to end this video by telling you some of the changes that are coming up in 2024. As I mentioned earlier in this video, I am getting married. December the 7th is our wedding date, and you all will get to meet him. He is a wonderful man. We've dated on and off for 10 years, and we finally decided, you know, it's time to do this. My son Cameron had graduated from high school. I had homeschooled him. He does have special needs. So I do have more time, and it just felt like everything lined up perfectly in the universe for us to join our lives together. So one of the things that we have done and we've been busy with since June, my husband's name is Bob, his last name is Sherry. So he has become a full-time eBay reseller. He's done it part-time on and off for many, many years, but we decided as a couple that the wind chimes, I'm sorry if the wind chimes are so loud, but we decided as a couple that he wanted this to be his full-time occupation. So he has a property in Tennessee. I live in Kentucky, but it's only 22 minutes away, so it's not far at all. It's a wonderful location. He has about 1,000 square foot house with a freestanding 2-car garage. So what we have decided to do is, as you're oh, there goes our trains and the wind chimes. I'll talk really loud. So as a reseller, you often have merchandise that you want to move or get rid of. So next year, we are going to have yard sales once a month in his garage in Portland, and we will be using his house to work out of as a business. So his last name is Sherry. We are going to rebrand everything. This channel and my Instagram and my Facebook will be Sherry Trading Company in the future. So if you see that, it's still me. We're still going to have the same content, but as I have been talking about for a long time on this channel, there is a way to have a luxury life on a budget, and that is what our channel is going to be about. And I'm still keeping the gardens. I'll still be doing all the gardens. In fact, Bob's grandfather was a gardener from Italy, and his mother was an excellent gardener. So not only am I getting a husband, I'm getting some help in the garden, and he's really excited about the projects that we have planned, and it's going to be so wonderful just to have an extra helping hand. So look forward to that, and if you would, please share and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. But we are so excited about the future. We do have some new people that are new to the channel, so we welcome everyone, and please feel free to comment if there's things that you would like to see us make a video on. Please let us know. We are more than welcome to do that. And I also wanted to mention, we did not think we could pull off a yard sale in 2024. And we started this, like I said, in June, working on this project. We actually did have a yard sale 2 weeks ago. The weather was nice. We were able to raise the garage doors, and we really, really had a wonderful time and met, of course, some of the nicest people. And the way that we're intertwining everything together, I have a $2 jewelry table. So I have been buying jewelry online through auctions in lots, and I go through this jewelry and I separate it. So we're able to have a $2 jewelry table at the yard sale. That is just full, and I'll put some pictures up. It was a huge hit. So if you like jewelry, and you're close by, you really want to come to these sales, because it is a lot of fun, and the ladies have just enjoyed that so much. But I'll close for now. I wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, and I will be doing a video. I am expecting a delivery of a lot of jewelry, and I want to sit down with you all and open this jewelry and go through it and kind of show you how I decide what I'm going to sell where. And I even have some that I'll sell for crafts, donations. I'm able to make nice donations to different places. So I just feel like I'm being a good steward of the things that have been sent my way. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know there's a lot going on. There was a lot of noise, a lot of changes, and you're like, whew, that's a lot. But it's all good. So we will see you in the next video.